Hello there, good day. Let me welcome you to the EURJPY Daily Market Analysis for the 8th of April 2020. My name is Emmanuel Odogwu, a market analyst and also a financial trading educator here at Raleigh Academy. Sit back and enjoy the EURJPY Market Analysis for today as we move straight into the MT4 charts. Now into the EURJPY chart, we can clearly see that we are on a downward trend here, and the downward trend is characterized by the price falling to the downside. Okay, now for now we are looking at a euro jpy daily, meaning that each of the price bar here is showing us activity on the market for 1 hour. Okay, now the red candles are the bearish candle taking the price downward. The green candlestick are the bullish candlestick taking the price upward. Now but we can clearly see a downturn here, a downward movement here. But this is daily now. Okay, so that simply means the big players on the market are still looking at euro jpy on a downward trend. Remember, the big players controls chunk of the money on the market, large chunk of the money on the market. Okay, that simply means their trade influences our trade, meaning that since they have big money on the market, they can the volume they have also controls the direction of the market. So we also want to look at what they are doing. Okay, now let's look at the H4 time frame. Also on the H4 time frame, we can clearly see that the downward trend is gradually turning to an upward trend. Okay, now let's jump into the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, we have clearly been on a downward trend here. You can see that the price was just falling down here. The characteristics of it being that we having a lower low, a lower low, a lower low. That means the price keep going lower, lower, lower until we have this failure swing here. This kind of W shape here. So this price is lower than this price. That still means it's going down. This price is also lower than this other price, is going down. But this new low here failed to go lower than the previous low, and that is where the trend, the downward trend, became weak. It became weak at this point, and then seeing the weakness now, started going up from there. Okay, so from here it bounced on this support and gave us a new high, came down, gave us a new low because this low is lower than this previous low. We are gradually seeing the characteristics of an upward trend here. Okay, now it gave us this new low and move up to give us a new high, higher than the previous high. Now we have clearly seen the characteristics of an upward trend. Now this is a high higher than the previous high, and this, now we are looking at a low. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now we are looking at a low that is also higher than the previous low. So we are on this beginning of an upward trend. Okay, but don't forget the euro jpy has been trending downward before we saw this turn here. So this is a very early stage to tap into the upward trend. That being said, let's look at the euro jpy again using fresh pip strategy. Okay, now this is a fresh pip strategy which we do explain in class. Also, the price has been going down, and then this is the MACD at the bottom here. On the MACD, you can see if it's red, it is a bearish momentum. If it is green above the zero line, is a bullish momentum. So let's see, let's zoom in and see what the price is doing right now. So we can see that it has actually turned from here because it gave us a failure swing here. The price failed to go lower than this previous low, and then from there it has been going up. From that Friday, Sunday, Monday, it went up, and Tuesday, being yesterday, the price also went up and came down here, and this is Wednesday today. Okay, now for today, the price came down and bounced on this mini support and went up, came down again and bounced on this mini support. So if we are to draw a trend line, so we can do something like this. We can clearly see, we can pick that line, clearly see that the price is giving us the characteristics of an upward trend here. Okay, so this trend line now is acting as a dynamic support, meaning that whenever the price bounces up here, it goes up. Okay, came down to bounce up here, it moves up again, came down to bounce on it again, it moves up again. Now it came down again to bounce up. So we are looking at an upward movement, and looking at an upward movement simply means to take a buy trade. Okay, now this analysis is done now. I wouldn't know the time you will see it, but let me just analyze so that you can see all the possible trade opportunities here. Now we are looking forward to take a bite that is at this DPV. Okay, DPV is down because the price is below the DPV. Now this is clearly showing us that we have to take a buy trade, but we cannot buy right now because the price is at a resistance. You are told not to buy at a resistance, so you are to wait, we are to wait until this resistance is broken. How? When we see a new candle that opens and closes above the DPV, we can gladly jump in with a buy trade. Okay, so a new candle that opens and close, a black candle that opens and close above the DPV, we can jump in with a buy trade. Okay, so I mean, if you wait the next hour and the next hour again, and you see a black candle that opens here and close, so you can hit it with a buy. Okay, but you can also take a pending order somewhere up here, so that if it opens and closes and you're not on your system, you can take a buy stop at this stop here, so that if it opens and closes and you're not on your system, the trade will automatically trigger and give you a buy trade. Then you can put your take profit at the resistance here, and of course your stop loss below the DPV. Okay, now since the price is still struggling with the resistance, what other options can we get? If the resistance is able to stop the price from going higher, then it will start going down. Okay, now if it goes down and then it goes below this trend line here, that trend line will now be acting as a dynamic resistance. So you can take a short sell trade here. You can scalp it just below. If this resistance, the DP, you can take a short sell trade there to scalp it. But if it breaks through and goes higher and give you a candlestick, a bullish candlestick, I mean, above the DPV, okay, so you can take buy trade at the top there. So that is the analysis for today. So just keep on watching the chart and look out for all of these things happening on your chart. So let me thank you very much now for taking your time to watch this EURJPY daily market analysis. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.